Hello my dear students, welcome to the next part of biology video, and now in this video we will study about the next cell organelle, which is nucleus. You have already read about this. Nucleus in an animal cell occupies central position. It lies in the center in an animal cell and it has nuclear membrane. The membrane or the covering is called nuclear membrane. So this is the nuclear membrane and it is filled with dense fluid. This is nuclear membrane. It is filled with dense fluid which is called nucleoplasm. Nucleoplasm. Just as cell has cytoplasm, nucleus has nucleoplasm, and it also contains one or more than one spherical round bodies. We call them nucleolus. This is called nucleolus. Nucleolus helps in protein synthesis of ribosomes. So, nuclear membrane, nucleoplasm and nucleolus. Now let us study this nucleus in some more detail. As you know that nucleus contains hereditary information. That is why it is considered as the most important part of the cell. It contains hereditary information which is in the form of chromosomes. Each living organism has a fixed number of chromosomes in each cell. For example, in case of human beings, there are 46 chromosomes which help to pass the hereditary information from one generation to the next generation. These chromosomes lie inside the nucleus as long, fine thread-like structures. We call them chromatin network or chromatin fibers. Chromatin fibers. Chromatin fibers are nothing but chromosomes, but the difference is that chromosomes are visible only during cell division. When the cell divides, these chromatin fibers, which are the long thread-like structures, they condense and become short and thick, and they can be easily now visible as chromosomes. For example, this is one chromosome, this is another chromosome present in the nucleus. So like in human beings there are 46 chromosomes, so there will be 46 chromatin fibers. In resting cell they exist as chromatin fibers. In dividing cell they arrange themselves as chromosomes. Now what are these chromosomes made up of? These chromosomes are further, if we see the structure, they are made up of DNA. DNA means deoxyribonucleic acid, which we call them, they are present in short segments, small segments of DNA which are called genes. So that means DNA or genes or chromosomes, they all are same thing. They help in passing the hereditary information from one generation to next. For example, like you already know that if we sow a mango seed, it will form a mango plant. If you sow guava seed, it will form guava plant. Why? Because the information in those cells, that is the hereditary information, same information will be passing to the next generation. Same way, puppies will be born from dogs and kittens from cats. Okay. So some chromosome numbers are given in your book, and you can see in human beings the chromosome number is 46. In some of the species they have already given, so you can go through them. Now based upon the presence of nucleus, cells can be divided into two types. There are two types of cells, prokaryotic and eukaryotic. Prokaryotic cells are those which lack true nucleus, like the primitive cells such as the cell of bacteria. The cell of bacteria or bacteria like organisms, the primitive organisms, they lack proper nucleus. There is no proper nucleus. Only the genetic material, that is the chromosome, is present, and it lies freely in the cytoplasm. Such type of cells which lack proper nucleus are called prokaryotic. Pro means primitive and karyotic or karyon means nucleus. All other organisms, those which have proper nucleus, like this is a cell, and you know that each cell has a nucleus. If there is a proper nucleus inside the cell, then the cell will be called as eukaryotic. Eukaryotic, U means true. So true nucleus. You can see in your books, they have mentioned about prokaryotic cells which lack a proper nucleus. They have nuclear material and chromatin fiber which occurs freely in their region of the cytoplasm, and that can be called as nucleoid. For example, bacteria. Whereas the other cells which have proper nucleus, true nucleus with with the nuclear membrane, they will be called as eukaryotic cells. So difference between prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells can come in your exams. Okay. Now I would like to mention here, dear students, you have to revise. This is part of your homework. Table 2.1, they have given all the cell organelles. Now we have read all the cell organelles. You have to study these and you have to learn their structure as well as their function. And at the same time, you have to study the difference between plant cell and animal cells. Already we have read some of the parts, structural differences. You very well know now that animal cell, there is no cell wall. Plant cells have cell wall which is made up of cellulose. Then we discussed about centrosome, and I told you that centrosome is present only in animal cell and it is absent in plant cells. Same way, in plant cells there are plastids, and in animal cells plastids are absent. And in animal cells vacuoles may not be present, and if they are present they are very small, whereas in plant cells there is a prominent vacuole, central large vacuole present inside the cell. These are the structural differences. Some other quantitative differences are like the plant cells are usually larger, they have distinct outlines, and animal cells, if compared, they are usually smaller and the boundaries are not clearly visible. Whereas in animal cell, cytoplasm is very clear, it is more granular, contains more granules, and cytoplasm fills the entire cell. Whereas in plant cell, you will see that the most of the space is occupied by vacuole and all the cell organelles are pushed towards the periphery. So you have to study the diagrams. Diagrams are mentioned. See, you can see this is a plant cell. This is central large vacuole. It occupies the whole space, and rest all cell organelles are pushed towards the periphery. Whereas in animal cell, there is dense cytoplasm. This is the nucleus and rest of the cell organelles. So both the diagrams you have to draw in your notebook and practice nicely, and also study the functions of cell parts. So these were the living cell structures which we have read so far, all the cell organelles. Now apart from the living structure, cells also contain some non-living substances. These non-living substances are called cell inclusions, and there are two cell inclusions, granules and vacuoles. Granules means some small particles present inside the cytoplasm. These particles can be the particles of starch, grains, glycogen, fats, means food materials present in the form of starch, glycogen or fats. So these together we can call them as granules. And then there are vacuoles. Just now you have read that in plant cell there is a central large vacuole. This vacuole may be filled with water, it may be filled with cell sap, some kind of sap, or it may be, sap means fluid, or it may also contain some gases filled with some gases. So apart from these living cell organelles like plasma membrane, cytoplasm, endoplasmic reticulum, mitochondria, all the cell organelles which you have read, these are the living structures. But granules and vacuoles are the non-living cell structures which are present inside the cells. So here we have almost finished our chapter, except one topic is left, that is protoplasm. Protoplasm, another term used in biology, protoplasm refers to the whatever is present inside the cell. How we can describe means along with living and the cell organelles and cytoplasm together we can call as protoplasm. By this they mean the living substance in an organism. The living substance or protoplasm is contained in the cells. Okay. This chemical composition of protoplasm can vary. It varies from cell to cell. Like in some cells there may be more minerals, in some cells there may be some more organic compounds, and minerals may be like carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, sulfur, iron, etc. And these may be present in the form of water. As you know, cells have water, cells have proteins, cells contain carbohydrates, fats, mineral salts. Okay, so together all these living structures present inside the cell form protoplasm. We can say cytoplasm plus the nucleus is equal to protoplasm. Or you can define it in this way, that it is the total living substance of the cell. Whatever is present inside the cell, that is called protoplasm. Together in one word we can describe as protoplasm. So here I would like to revise with you some exercises. Progress check. You can write down the answers if you want. Name the part of the cell in which many chemical reactions occur with the help of enzymes. Where do the chemical reactions occur? They occur in cytoplasm. So you can write cytoplasm. Then you have to name the part of the cell which contains network of chromatin fibers. Just now we have discussed that chromatin fibers occur in nucleus. So which part contains? So you can write as nucleus. Cellulose forms the main component. If you remember, cellulose forms the main component of which part of the cell? It is cell wall. Cell wall in plants. Clear? Now, second question is differentiate between an organ and an organelle. See beta, you have read organ. Organ is formed of group of various kinds of tissues. You have read that cells, various types of cells form tissues and various types of tissues form organ. Whereas an organelle, it is the living structure present inside the cell, such as mitochondria, chloroplast, nucleus, etc. Difference between plant cell and an animal cell pertaining to the presence of plastids. So which cell contains plastids? Plant cells. Plant cells contains plastids, whereas animal cells lack plastids. Now name the cell organelles concerned with secretion of enzymes. The enzymes are secretory. I told you that secretory functions are performed by which organelle? Golgi bodies. So write down Golgi apparatus or Golgi bodies. Trapping of solar energy. This function is performed by plastids. Synthesis of proteins. This function is performed by ribosomes. Intracellular digestion. This function is performed by lysosome. Production of ATP occurs in mitochondria. Name the cell organelle or component which is composed of cellulose. Cellulose forms the cell wall, Golgi bodies. Clear space with water or other substances in solution, that is vacuole. Visible only in cell division stages. What is visible only in cell division stages? You can write down chromosomes. Thank you. Revise till here. May God bless you.